Hey, it's Doom here from Dungeon and Doom Biscuit, and this is a hastily painted black Rubik's Cube from the Dollar Tree. And this craft is going to be a little different than my normal stuff too, because this is not something for a dungeon, it's a prop. And the paint didn't stick to it well. I should have sanded it really well before I started. I didn't. So, lesson learned. Let's get a little metallic paint. Come on, you. There we go. Way more than I wanted. way more than I wanted. I hope I don't just keep pulling paint off it with my fingers. I didn't think about that. I did sit to dry for quite a while though, so it might be okay. Alright, so I painted it like a metallic cube, and that's how I wanted to get going. Let me get that brush in the water. We're not going to need that brush again, I don't think. So now let's start. So I want to do some different kind of like elemental stuff on here. So I'm going to get some paint in a medium, or not medium, but a smaller brush. Is a size 1. No, that's probably not big enough. I'm going to get a size 3. And I want to make a fire on here. So I need yellow, orange, and red. So I'm just going to start. I'm going to do earth, fire, wind, water, all that, So to get started, I need a pretty fair amount of yellow. Okay, let's hit that with the air gun. I'll put that right away so it doesn't get dried out. Let's hit it with the air gun. Now we want to make sure every cube has something on it. So we're just going to do some little pieces to make sure every cube has something. And we'll come back and paint all these up a little bit. La 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 la. So essentially I want to do earth, fire, wind, water, and then I want to do a sun and a moon. And if you were to solve one side of this puzzle, the characters, the players are going to have this. If they were to solve one side of this puzzle, each side might do something as they solve it. However, once you unlock them all, the item opens. And once the item opens, it's no longer usable. So it will provide temporary bonuses until it's solved. That'll motivate players at the table to continue working with it. Let me get this camera down some more. I do have a warning. I will be gone. I won't be able to make videos. I'm not sure for how many days. But essentially May 5th, I have to go in for surgery. I'll be in the hospital at least overnight, hopefully no more than that. And then I'm going to have to stay in a room with a HEPA filter for a while, for at least 5 days. I am told that if I'm doing well, I'll be able to walk around if I wear a mask to protect my sinuses. But I've also been told not to get hopeful because, the timelines that I'm pushing for versus the reality of it might not be the same. As I'm talking to some of the people that'll be doing the surgery and the staff at the hospital, my goal is to be in there and out there the same day, which in theory could happen. Could happen if everything's perfect. And I'm excited that there's a possibility I don't have to stay overnight because that sucks. But I was told they keep you for observation, not to punish you. Well, anyways, and then in theory, within 7 days, I'll be able to go back to work, which is what I really want to do. Because we have a lot of exciting stuff going on at work, and I like my job. All right, so I want to get red and do a thinner outline, and I'm going to use a different brush for that. I'm going to use a smaller brush for that. And this is okay if it's cartoony and doesn't look like real fire. Okay, and that's going to cover what I need it to cover for fire. That's adequate. It covers enough of the block that every block, you'll see that this is the fire side, right? Let's dry this off the best we can. There's a little bit of a lump here, but I'm not sure how it's going to dry. So I'm just going to kind of pluck that around and ruin it. All right, so let's do earth next, and earth should be pretty easy. I'm going to get dark brown. This is burnt umber. I'm going to make a kind of jaggedy rock shape. That. I'm going to do a kind of a stone on each corner so it kind of mirrors the fire one a little bit in a way. I'm going to move that. Coat that again. Now I'm going to get a lighter brown. What's this? I don't know how much lighter this is going to be. We can try it. What's the worst that could happen and not do anything? This is a little bit wet too, and I'm not real fond of that. And again, kind of cartoony. That's okay. Now, I'm worried that if we don't clear coat these, we could end up scratching them. I'm just going to get a piece of cloth and set it under here. Earth, fire, wind. Okay, so for wind, I'm going to get a light blue and a light gray. And then I think I'm going to try to do little clouds in the corners. Let me get a bigger brush. It's very Fifth Element-y. Get it? Minty? Never mind. Go to hell. Okay. Tomorrow's my game night. I still have another monster I wanted to prepare I didn't get done. Maybe I'll have time tomorrow. No, I won't. Okay. And I want to do little clouds in the corner of each one. Each corner. Just kind of sticking with our theme. I don't think anybody's going to realize they're clouds. That's okay. They're going to know this is one's wind looking at all the others, I'm sure. This one with some white. Some of them are going to have two colors, some are going to have three. That's okay. All right, the next one is water. Earth, fire, water. Boop. Water. Get this Admiral Blue. Let's see what we can do. we'll do some, I guess, puddles in every corner. I don't know. Something. Okay. Got some horrible toxic song stuck in my head, and if I'm not mistaken, it's Britney Spears. I'm gonna get a lighter blue, something a little vivid and pretty. If I can find a ward. Yeah, I'm gonna use this award blue. This is a very true blue kind of color to me. Like when I think of the color blue, this is kind of the color I think of. I'm gonna get a lighter blue. And I think that's kind of obvious that that's water. I hope so. If not, maybe it's not a DM problem or a crafter problem. It might be something else. Lack of imagination, perhaps. Let's try that off. All right, so now let's go to our sun. I used yellow already for my fire. I don't want there to be confusion. So let's skip the sun in a regular sense and use gold. And then we'll use silver or blue and silver for the moon. So to start my sun out, let me get a bigger brush. Okay. I'm going to get this copper color. Let me dry this off. This is not copper. I am dumb. Stand by. This has never been used, so I'm going to throw it on my paint mixer real quick. What a towel. I got this at Hobby Lobby. This is not working. Too much paint in it. We're just going to hope it's good. It's all right. I think it could probably get mixed better. And we're just going to kind of come around here and do a little bit of an outline. And then boop, 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 boop. That's my son. Now we gotta dry it off. Copper, you're so good to me. Yeah, no. Thanks, man. I have some blobby spots. I'm just going to kind of mush those down a little bit to make sure they dry appropriately. And I don't care if they're perfect. Okay. And let's do a moon. So for the moon, I have this. But let's get that silver. And let me get that kind of bigger brush we had that we used for the gold. And the silver we started out with on this piece. And let's kind of make a crescent moon like that. It's not super noticeable. And to make it super noticeable, we're going to take some steps. Let's get rid of that. I have here some plate metal. No, that's not light enough. Shining silver. Let me mix that up. It needs shaking. Okay. Just a little dab of that. We'll wipe a lot of that off. We'll grab that. See if that makes a difference. I hope it will. Is it a little more noticeable? I can't tell from here. Okay. Let's air dry it. And here's a metallic blue. This is beautiful. I don't get to use this much. I do like it a lot. I'm just going to do little stars in the corners. And then after I dry this, I'll come back and hit those little stars with some silver. You know, I got those Hero Clicks today, and part of me wonders if, since they came from North Carolina, is it possible that they came from Seawolf's Den, Crafton Ron, or Miniature Mashup Dave O'Gara? Both of them are Hero Clicks guys. And for the price I paid, and the miniatures that I got, no duplicates, by the way, which was insane. Not one duplicate in 200. I was pretty pleased. Okay. All right, give me a second. We're going to need to clear coat this right now. Do not wait. Even to get a light coat on there would be better than nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it by the water and the earth, and I'm going to do the other sides. Now I'm going to hold it by earth and fire. And do the other two. I did accidentally peel some paint off, and I'm worried that this is going to be a complete fail. I can always go buy another one of these and prep it better than I did this one. That's always an option, I will tell you. But for this, I want to try to salvage it. So I'm going to get some shiny Mod Podge, which I know I just bought some. Shiny Mod Podge, where are you, mother hugger? I sound like the lady with the shiny podge. In my bag, there might be some Mod Podge there. I can't find it. I have lost it. Ah, gloss Mod Podge. All right, we're going to be really super quick about this. I'm going to sprinkle some out, and I'm going to use a brush. I can find a brush. Oh, I got one here. And I'm going to try to use my sticky Mod Podge, my clear, glossy Mod Podge, to salvage the paint that's peeling off of this the best I can. So one side at a time. There's an air bubble right there. So I'm just going to get a picker tool and pop that. Okay, going this way. Sprinkle podge of the mod. Oop, more than I wanted. Way more than I wanted. Damn it. Yeah, that's way more than I wanted. Not good, dudes. We'll just have to get it all over. And that's my only kind of dry set side, so I'm going to smear that around really good on all these. Get out of here, Buck. Let's set it on that side to dry those. Okay, so we have water and fire to do yet. Let's try to be a little more careful this time. I would put this up on something, like something that just can kind of hold it around the edges maybe. And let it air dry really well, so you don't peel anything off. Okay, there it is. I'm going to put mine in front of the fan on something that it can kind of not stick to. So if you had one of those little tray things from pizza that goes in the middle that holds the box up, that would probably be like one of the best things you could use. I don't have one of those down here right now. If I do, it's in a box and I couldn't find it. So I'm just going to turn this freaky shot glass upside down and do it on my sun, so if it leaves a ring, it won't kill me. Put it in front of my fan. Anyways, if you like the channel and the things I'm doing here, please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon, and all that happy crappy. That wind and water might be confusing. Maybe not. But if you like that stuff, hit all that, leave comments. Yeah. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. So let's talk real quick before I get this thing. Oh, it's starting to stick to me a little bit. So if you have the sun side unlocked, I'm going to put it on here. It gives you the ability to, you deal 1 damage to undead and outsiders, or whatever you want to use in your campaign when they're within 5 foot of you. Boop. The moon lets you have dark vision, 30 foot. Wind, well, it lets you have slow fall. Fire, well, it adds 1 fire damage to all attacks. Water, it makes you immune to fire. Or you can breathe underwater, even better. And dirt. Let's see. You gain an extra 5 foot of movement. So there you go. That's what you could do with it. Be careful. Prep it beforehand like I didn't, or you're going to have stuff like that shown. I don't think they're going to mind so much, though. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.